Okay. So yeah, hi. I will record this and put on my YouTube as well. And bear in mind, this is like my first or second time doing this, so it's really awkward. But I feel like I have some stuff that I could share. And I have made some like guidelines and stuff for like these are basically points that I want to talk about in this video. So I feel the most important thing when you want to make a song is that before you go into FL Studio or on any other workstation for that matter, you should have like a solid idea. Like you should have at least 2 minutes worth of material before you even consider really starting to work on it. Because if you just have like an intro or not even anything at all, you might go in here and you like compose like this, like put out stuff. Well, that's just not gonna work for me at all. I go to the piano. Wait. Well, I could talk about this before, like experience. I had been playing piano for about 3 years before I started doing electronic music. And then it took me another like 2 years before I started to understand a lot more and like how to make basses and everything and make the drums sound like decent. Like all of this took a long time. But if it's like if it's your passion, you love it and you will do it every week, you will grow a lot. But just don't like never stop. Okay. But I feel like uh, you should probably focus on playing piano or guitar, but I feel piano is easier for producing. Because as you see here, this is a Guitar Pro, this is where I write MIDI notes. And you can see the piano up here in the corner. And oh, Elvia is commenting or something. Hello, Elvia. And you can hear, through this video, we will make this into like a Chillstep song. Anyway, you can listen a little bit to it. No, this is the wrong song, crap. Opening Guitar Pro. Otherworld, yeah, we'll make Otherworld. This is a song I wrote in 2014 on the piano, but I haven't really made it yet. I have a lot of songs like that, like I have, as you can see, a lot. This is just from, like, check 2014, I made this much. 2015, 2016, and I'll only really finish like 10% at max. Well, but the key thing here is really that you keep working a lot. And the MIDI sounds really basic, it's really bad quality, but it gets the job done. Also, I hope the sound is okay and not echoing or anything. If it's echoing, please type me fast so I can... But I think it doesn't. And basically the chorus is like this. And basically, to achieve a smooth process, the way I do it is that I sit by my piano for like a few days or even just a few hours, and I try to make 3 to 4 different parts, and each part is around 20 to 30 seconds long, and you combine that inside FL Studio, you'll have at least 2 to 3 or even 4 minutes worth of material. And basically I consider this is one part, and like this is one part for one instrument. Like this would be, the first here will be piano, this will be guitar, and this other melody here will be a flute, and then this would be, and this here will be like the chorus, and then usually I would make another part here, like to stretch it out, and then I might repeat the intro again, and that's how I do it, and how I prefer it. But like there's no rules. So basically, I will export this file as a MIDI. So keep in mind now, this is like days or hours of work at the piano first. Then I write everything into the keyboard here in the Guitar Pro. And I used this program for 7 years, so I know it's inside and out, but it's really easy to learn. And then you basically open the MIDI file into FL Studio. And you can see here, everything is here now. And this I need to copy to the piano. Copying up here. And I'm going down 1 octave. And now comes the fun part, like to pick the real instruments. You can probably take addictive keys, but it sounds terrible now, like terrible. So we will clone it, and I will make this into a MIDI out. Basically what this means is that 64 here in the controller, and I will reset this little knob, and this basically makes it so that the piano is getting a pedal, it gets a bit like a more wet sound, and like I really want that. And I have some presets here because I will go into depth about this piano in another video. Right now I'll just choose the one that I like. And I will save this file because I will try to make a little Chillstep song here. And the second melody I will take like Nexus, and we will pick a guitar, like Dan Rainy Morning. Now it sounds like this. And I will make it into a bendy instrument, like 116, 1/8. I think 116 is the best here. And the second, like second or third melody would be a flute, I believe. Flute, pan flute, or maybe the piccolo one. Just making it a lot. And meanwhile, you can see, like here, these are the pads, the chords for my pads. It's almost always for almost always the, okay, I don't know how to explain that, but here is the original note, and here is the quint, and here's the an octave higher from the original, and this is a terce or tesh, like the halfway from the quint. It's music theory, and I mean I learned this by just improvising on the keyboard. And that's for me how I make pads. They just look like this. I will take a simple pad from Nexus, like a voice pad, make it a bit lower, Well, this will, I mean, this won't sound that good, but this is how I work. I will make better drums later. So we're here right now in my video. Maybe now the funniest part comes, where I will actually work on the bass. Open up Massive. And I will open a preset that I have made. I'll probably open one of the... Oh yeah, I will give you guys these presets in this video in the description link. Oh well, yeah. Somewhere in the comments I'll post it. Let's take Crushing Koala, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, this one sounds good. This scrolling. Go away with those. Zooming in. Boom. This is really simple though. Like make it a little bit louder. Anyway, we'll need some drums, and yeah, let's take this one. I guess I'll show you how I do my drums really quickly. I'll just make it simple, like kick and snare. Nothing more. Nothing more than that. Okay, I'll do a quick EQ on the snare and some reverb. That's just... Yep, I'll update that later. And the EQ is really what's doing the best part. I have a preset here that I made. So I move this one up a little bit, move this one up a little bit, and lower these two. You can see without. I feel it just sits better with that EQ. And now the kick, which is probably one of the most important part to EQ. And this might shock you maybe, but this EQ I actually do like this. Oh. I remove a lot of it and make it -9 decibel. And I increase the highest part. Like, I can't explain this, I just tried a lot until I like this. I'm not a professional mixer or anything. But you can hear it. Now it's without, now it's more mellow, but still, this is too mellow. We need to make it powerful. And that's what I use LF Max Punch for. And Max Punch, you should probably... This is a really great tool to add, like, make your kick tighter and give it like a sub bass So we will give it everything here. I will probably make it mono. Maybe? I think so. I will add some punch to it with -24. I'm just gonna check my other preset that I made because I don't always remember how I make things. Okay, removing the first one. So basically, the only thing I've done was enabling everything, and you should probably do like this: increase this to 150, and also increase this to like 35. Because now we made the kick really tight, like making it lighter, but it still has sub bass, as you see. It still has a sub bass, and we'll check how I made it in the end. Yeah, it sounds the same. Basically, increase this one and increase this one, and give it a sub bass, make it mono, and increase the LF gain by like 2 or 3 or even 4. I'll take 2.5. Basically, this is really all you need for your kick, I think. But the important part is to make a sidechain. So I use this peak controller, and I click this mute button because it's muted when you. Now it's muted. Now it's not muted. And now I go to the bass and the pads. The pads and the bass, usually I make them share the same channel. And on this channel that the bass and pad are bound to, I'll make it right click and I press link to controller, and here I press peak plus LFO, and this would basically make it be controlled by the kick drum, and here I press inverted accept, and now every time the kick hits, this one sidechains, so you can hear the. Or I need to make, I need to put out the kicks first, of course. Whoa. And when I do this, I never rush like I do now. Now everything's sort of a bit rushed. I don't know how fast it should be. Yeah, like this. Now we have the kick snare. That's really my biggest trick to just making the choruses. Well, it's just basically you're making the pad and the bass be controlled by the kick, and I'm making the kick really tight using EQ and LF max punch. Maybe you can try another kick. This one is a bit like fat. You can take this one. Chill out with cigarette. I hope it's not like super delay now. You can hear how tight the kick is, like it's just so tight from just two small things. I remember this song sounded like this just like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean that's some big difference when you go from MIDI into like really good instruments. Well, that showed like how fast you can get in a few minutes if you have everything planned out and you know how you're supposed to mix it. And I mean, I don't do much with my tracks. I do very little. I try to be minimalistic, but I also try to perfect like making it. I don't know how to explain it. But basically, I will go into another part now. The trick of placeholder sounds and how to not get tired of your song. And this is something that has been bothering me for so many years, that you work for a song and you love it, you love it, you love it, and then after you heard it 100 times you're like, this sucks, and you need to just quit. And you know, when you have like a good song, it's like your own child and you wanna take care of it and you don't wanna throw it away. So I've developed some tricks to like don't never do that. So my favorite trick is that I transpose the entire song. This song is in F. Is it F flat? I don't know what that is. I think it's F flat because this is F and this is F flat. So this entire song is based around F flat, E, and D, and sometimes A, because that's just how the chords work in this scale. But basically, to trick the brain, you can just do like this. Go up to, for example. You do that with every layer in your song. And then when you're finished with the song, you move everything back to where you want it. And then your brain will feel like it's a new song. Because just that's how your brain works. And it's a really good trick. And my second tip for not getting tired of your song is by intentionally using bad instruments. I will show you now. You know, I love this piano, addictive keys. It has such a beautiful tone and you can change it however you want it, basically. Like, there's 3 microphones here. You can really make it like, I'm stuttering, but I love this. This is the best VST I ever tried, the best piano ever. But in the past I used to use Nexus pianos a lot. In general, like now, I don't really like Nexus that much. But when I work on songs, I use Nexus a lot. Because then I won't get tired of this piano in the end. Now I'll just use this instead. Or this. I like this a lot more. But because I like it so much, I don't want to get tired of it. So during working, for the weeks that I make a song, I use Nexus instead. So when I send demos to like friends and the family, they might tell me that that instrument is really bad, but then I have to explain that it's intentionally bad actually, just so I don't get tired of it. It sounds stupid, but it works. And oh, this is really important too, like quality like, versus quantity. Like obviously you want, if you make an album, you want to make quality songs, make them unique and beautiful, and like pour your heart and soul into them. But if you're like starting out, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself if you're just starting out. Then it's more important to actually make like one song per week and just keep working and keep working, because you can't learn everything in one day or 1 week or 1 month. It will take years, and you have to start now. Like, start now. And my friend, I don't know him that well, but I've been doing a remix for him and talking to him here and there. It's the artist Crywolf, and basically what he's doing when he makes an album is that I think he basically locks himself up somewhere. Like, I think last year he was in Iceland, like living there for a month or two and just making one song per day. He worked on one song per day, and after that month was over, he looked through everything and maybe he found 10%, like 10 songs or such, and that he really liked. But the key thing is he needed to be in this flow, this state of flow in his mind. He just composed and composed every day, and then he just took the best parts out of it and he went and made an album with that. And I think I work similarly, but he takes it to a whole other level, and I think we should learn from that. And so being like, you shouldn't just keep working on one song for months and months. It's maybe better to try to be creative and almost be really fast and just try to get into this creative flow and just keep making melodies. Because personally, I get addicted to making melodies. I just keep working until I almost ban myself from playing the piano anymore. Because if I go to the piano, I know that I will have another song or two or more, and then I will feel overwhelmed by the amount of work I might have to force myself to do. So when I have enough songs, I actually don't play piano for some weeks, because I want to focus on those songs and produce them. And I think that's the part about being like realistic, that it's good to plan and stuff, but I guess that comes with a little bit of experience. My friends are writing me. I'll answer them later. Yeah, Secret, you should do that. Well, you don't have to, but it's a good trick. And a lot of people wonder, is like, what scales should I use and what BPM? Like, for example, this song is in 90 BPM. Most chillstep or most dubstep, they are in 140 or like 130 and sometimes 150. I generally work between 90 and 160. It all depends on how fast the song is on actual piano. This song is slow. It's like this. So it's 90 here. And then I have to find my way to work with that. And this sounds terrible. It should be slow. But one thing I really started to think about is that, you know, transposing is when you choose the key your whole song is supposed to be in. This one is in F flat, I think. You can hear the bass sounds pretty good in this key. F, E, and D. So generally, the lowest point in my bass is where it's supposed to sound the best. So maybe it sounds better in C. Let's go down. I think it's a bit too low. And B is definitely too low. Maybe C flat? It sounds good. This song could therefore be in F. But, you know, you have to try out, like, check where does it sounds best in the wobbles, where does it feel the best in your body. I will open a few more bases here actually, with massive. As I said, I will give you these bases. Fifth raccoon, that sounds fun. That sounds really low tone. Maybe silver owl. Like, this is a low D. It's really low. I think with these presets, I think generally you don't really want to go lower than D. But that's just my opinion. Then I have this bass that I made for my vocal EP with Elvia. Then I made this preset that is inspired from Black Metal Evil Beauty, but I mean I've changed it so much since 2013 when I started working on these presets. Basically, this preset sounds best when you go lower. Like just listen to this. Make it a bit more mellow, you could do like this. The boost. But I really love this one. Okay, I'll save this song for now. And I will actually open... Okay, I have to open in a really awkward way. Image line, FL Studio, data, projects. Here I have my Brave New World EP. Here are the projects for that. Distorted Dreams, this is my next upcoming album. You can see it's a lot more projects, so I try to make it pretty big. Let's open the River Flows in New remix that I uploaded like last week. And you can see this is a really simple and small project. But here, not very much going on. I have one big layer. I know most people they have like 1,000 layers, but I don't. I have a lot in one layer. So let's just listen how the River Flows in You is sounding. And this is also in F flat, by the way. Now the bass here is connected with the... No, I didn't connect with the pad on this song because it didn't fit. This is in 140 BPM, by the way. I have a simple low filter on the bass here, and it's fading in here. You can see this isn't, I mean it's so little going on, but I mean I don't want it to be complex, I want it to be simple, and that's okay for me. I try to put more focus in making each small detail sound good. Here's the bass, by the way. I think this is enough for like this first video, and I know I'm live streaming it, and I'll put it I'll put it on YouTube after I like edited it a little bit. This is everything I think I should have told you for the first video. In the next video I will go into like vsts plugins and samples, like in depth, and why I like them. And later we will get into mixing, EQ and sound design, like then we get really more in depth. And I already talked to you about how to make tight and punchy kicks, and how to make snares really like melt in to the mix. And it's all a part about achieving the clean mix. And later we have this future of Chillstep, where I will talk with other musicians and people who love the genre. We will talk about it a lot, because I am honestly really worried that not enough people are producing this genre. I think more people should focus on doing it if they love it, of course. I mean, there's no point doing it unless you really want to. But by doing these videos, I hope that I can both inspire and help and teach the things that I know. I'm not a professional mixer or masterer, but I try to be content with the results that I get. And I always learn a lot, always learn every month. I get like slightly... Nah, I don't know what to say. You always learn. Yeah. Let's see if I have anything more fun here. I have this Sense of Serenity remake I've been working on, but Alexandra's song. Who is Alexandra? It's a secret. Just gonna check if anyone is saying something. If there's any questions. No, basically not. So yeah, but it's really awkward. And by the way, Joel is really good. Really good musician. Pianist. Holy hell, it's awkward to talk to yourself, but... Yep. Almost sleep. Almost sleep. That's funny. You're a piano god, Joel. For me, you're basically Sweden's Jiruma. Like, honestly. So thinking of getting my ass to the piano. Yay! Do it. But we should Skype, like... I think I have you on Skype. I have you on Skype. I hope I do. You will. No, we can't show how you look. That's scary. Okay, we can. Why is your name Magnus? You're not Bob Magnus. Show profile. Hello, Joel. I don't think I have it. Oh, so that's not. Hello. Hello. I had too many people on Skype. Anima. I love you, Anima. He's a good musician.